I'm sitting in my car right now. Engine off. Hands gripping the steering wheel so tightly my knuckles are white. I'm watching the lights in my house flicker through the curtains. I've been here for 47 minutes. Because the last time I trusted someone in that house, I buried a woman I loved. And the second time, I almost became the next slow death. This isn't a story about marriage. It's not about money. It's about how kindness can be studied, how grief can be measured, and how some people don't stab you fast. They let you fade. I remember the first time I realized I could be replaced. She wasn't loud, didn't demand attention, didn't ask questions. She watched, and learned, and waited. I thought she was helping me, keeping me alive, protecting me. But she was studying me. Some people don't need weapons. They have patience, soft smiles, and quiet control. I should have left that day. But I stayed. Because fear whispers quietly. And hope feels heavier than caution. And even in the silence, I could feel it. Waiting. Waiting for the moment I would be gone. Or fading. Some people don't stab you fast. They wait. They watch. And they let you fade. I'm sitting in my car right now. Engine off. Hands locked on the steering wheel. Watching the light in my kitchen flicker through the curtains. I've been here for 47 minutes. The security man already waved. I pretended to be on a call. Because the last time I trusted someone in that house, I buried a woman I loved. And the second time, I almost became the next slow death. This isn't a story about marriage. It's not about money. It's about how kindness can be studied, how grief can be measured, and how some people don't stab you fast. They let you fade. My name is Komula Davids. I'm a civil engineer by training, a real estate developer by survival, and a widower by experience. My first wife, Isabella, died 11 years ago. Doctors said kidney failure, stress, complications. They spoke as if naming it ended it. As if language could seal grief away. I nodded. Signed forms. Thanked people for their concern. Inside, something folded in on itself. Isabella was observant in small, intimate ways. She aligned slippers before sleeping. She remembered where I left my keys before I noticed they were missing. She stirred her tea exactly twice, never 3 times, because, as she said, too much stirring ruins the taste. When she became ill, she apologized constantly. For hospital smells. For needing help to sit up. For waking me at night. She kept saying, and I'm sorry I'm like this. I kept saying, you're not a burden. But love doesn't stop exhaustion. It only makes you feel guilty for having it. Watching someone fade teaches you how helpless devotion can be. After she died, the house felt staged. Like a place people used to live. I didn't scream. I didn't collapse. I reorganized. I raised our son alone. Packed lunches before dawn. Sat through school meetings with practiced calm. At night, I sat in silence and counted breaths. I built properties across Ibadan and Abeokuta. Signed contracts. Shook hands. People admired my discipline. They said I was strong. What they didn't see was how grief trained me to endure anything quietly. To accept discomfort. To survive without resistance. That kind of endurance is dangerous. It makes you easy to use. 2 years ago, my doctor studied my test results longer than necessary. Your blood pressure isn't stable, he said. You live like someone waiting to be done. I laughed. He didn't. You shouldn't be alone all the time, he said. You need help. He insisted I hire a live-in health assistant. That's how Clara entered my life. She arrived without noise. No perfume. No unnecessary curiosity. She didn't explore my house, she assessed it. Where I kept medication. Where I rested when tired. Which rooms I avoided. She spoke softly. Moved carefully. Never hurried. She reminded me to drink water. Measured my meals. Timed my pills. When my hands shook one evening, she held them and said, "You don't have to be strong here." That sentence slipped past defenses I didn't know were gone. For the first time in years, I imagined a future that wasn't just survival. That should have terrified me. Clara learned my routines quickly. When I woke up. When headaches came. When my mood dropped. She adjusted around me so smoothly it felt like care. She never asked about money. Never asked about properties. She asked about sleep. Appetite. Energy. People like me fall for gentleness. That's how predators hide. After 6 months, Clara wasn't assisting me anymore. She was managing me. My food. My rest. My medication. When I hesitated, she smiled. "I'm trained for this," she said. "You're safe with me." I mistook control for protection. One afternoon, I came home early. I didn't go inside. I stayed in my car, replying to emails. Through the open window, I heard voices. Clara's voice. And another woman's. Older. Sharper. Confident. "Don't rush him," the woman said. "Men like this fade slowly." My chest tightened. Clara replied calmly. "I'm following the plan." The woman laughed. "You've replaced his routine already. That's half the work." I told myself I was imagining things. That grief sharpens fear. That loneliness invents enemies. Then the woman said something that hollowed me. That first wife, her sickness helped. Nobody questions sickness. There was a pause. Then Clara said quietly, "I won't make the same mistake." I sat in my car long after the voices stopped. I should have driven away. Instead, I went inside. I smiled. I ate. I swallowed the pills. Because fear doesn't always scream. Sometimes it asks you to comply. Weeks passed. My body weakened slowly. My hands shook. My vision blurred. My thoughts scattered. When I questioned it, Clara reassured me. "Healing is messy," she said. "Your body is adjusting." I doubted myself before I doubted her. One morning, she brought me tea. She stirred it twice. Not 3 times. That's how Isabella did it. Isabella always said, "Too much stirring ruins the taste." Clara repeated it exactly. That was when grief became certainty. That night, I pretended to sleep. I felt Clara sit beside me. Felt the mattress dip. Felt her steady my jaw. She placed a pill on my tongue. I almost swallowed. Almost. Something inside me screamed. I turned my head and spat it into my palm. Her body froze. Her phone vibrated. She whispered, "He's weaker now." I opened my eyes and said her name. She screamed, not in fear. In rage. Because I ruined the timing. If I had swallowed, I wouldn't be alive. I didn't call the police immediately. I went to an old medical friend. Asked him to review Isabella's records. He hesitated. Then sighed. There were substances in her system that didn't belong there, he said. Small doses. Over time. I hired a private investigator. Not for Clara. For the woman she kept calling. She wasn't her aunt. She was her mother. Clara had worked in 3 houses before mine. 3 widowers. 2 dead. 1 alive, 2 on dialysis. I wasn't special. I was predictable. I released the evidence carefully. Hospital inquiries. Professional suspensions. Quiet exposure. Justice didn't shout. But it moved. Clara vanished. But she left damage behind. My kidneys never recovered fully. My son watches me pour water before he drinks it. He doesn't say anything. That hurts more. At night I sleep with the lights on. She didn't kill me. She altered the rest of my life. I'm still in my car now. The house is silent. I go inside. I pour every remaining pill into the sink. Turn on the tap. Watch them dissolve. Some habits don't die. I drink water. Slowly. Alone. And this time, I stay awake. Because some people don't come to love you. They come to study how long you last. Kindness without accountability can be lethal. Who in your life benefits if you fade quietly? The end. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the story, give us a thumbs up and share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content. Hit the notification bell to stay updated. Your support means everything to us.